Hi guys, it's the Island Girl and I'm back with another reaction video for you today. And today I'm reacting to British versus American bathroom. And I'm getting this one from Magenta Other Travel. Okay, the link will be in the description below. Please go over and show her some love. All right, guys. So I want to see the difference between these two bathrooms. All right, guys, American bathroom and British bathroom. What's the difference? Which one is best? Which one? Because I'm thinking she's going to give me the details about, seeing that this is the main thing that she's going to talk about. With that said, if you're new to my channel and it's the first time here, come on in, wrap back with a smile in your face and enjoy. So I'm a regular schmegular's day one, sweetie pie, sweetie pose. Come on in, right back with a smile on your face and enjoy. Let's get into this video. Here we go right about now.
I am not exaggerating when I say that I have been writing this video and collecting photos and video clips for it for 2 full years.
What?
I didn't want to just sit here in my living room in Texas and give you a bunch of random opinions about this topic. I wanted to show you what I'm talking about and share with you these opinions that I've spent 30 years accumulating. So without further ado, let's get into a discussion of British bathrooms.
Okay.
If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Dara, and I created Magenta Otter Travels to be a place where people can get together and talk about British stuff. So whether you live in Britain or you just love Britain, I hope you join the conversation. I'm formatting today's comments into 3 sections, reminiscent of a certain Clint Eastwood movie. I'm calling it the good, the bad, and the different. As I compare British to American bathrooms, I will group those comments into talking about what I think is better in Britain, what I think is worse in Britain, and what I think is just different, not better or worse.
Okay.
Feel free to share with me your opinions down in the comments. And as always, tell me what I've just totally got wrong in your opinion. The first way I'll point out in which British bathrooms are better than American bathrooms is really a big deal. It's something that a lot of YouTubers have talked about because it's kind of crazy. When you're in a public toilet in Britain, the bathroom stalls have some sense of privacy. The stalls are either completely enclosed rooms, or at least they're stalls where the doors fully shut and fully block out a view of the people inside the stall. They also tend to go more low to the ground and taller.
Okay.
But in the US, we have these ridiculous doors very frequently that have massive gaps where you shut and lock them, which means that when you're walking through the restroom, you do not feel like you have any privacy. Honestly, these bathroom door gaps are just appalling. The second thing that's better,
Guys, let's not get into that gap of that bathroom. I'm not gonna lie. British bathroom, you guys got it right when it come on to the bathroom doors and the privacy of one using it. American bathroom, the gap is like you can literally squeeze through. You can literally squeeze through it. It's not funny, but jeez, you got to just laugh some of these things off because I'm like, oh, when will they learn? You can literally see that person sitting inside of that on that toilet in the bathroom. There's no going around that. And that to me is ridiculous. And I don't understand why it's not clicking anybody head to say this is not normal. This is not even safe. This is just downright wrong. So there's your goal. Your tick. British bathroom door privacy is the best. And I like the fact that it is lower to the ground and you can't just, because with the American bathroom, the gap between where you close it plus how high it is off the ground, you can literally see that person's foot. Even yeah. Let's move on. 2-button flushing.
about British bathrooms when compared to the US is the 2-button flushing system. Now, this is not unique to the UK. All over Europe and probably other parts of the world have this 2-button system. And there are even some newer toilets in the US that have it as well. But it's definitely not common in household toilets in the US that you would have the 2-button system. 2 buttons means there's 2 flushes, a little flush with a little bit of water and a bigger flush with more water. So it's a great way to conserve water, and for some reason, not something that's widely been adopted in the US so far. Speaking of flushing, I have noticed that.
Hold on. Is that the buttons on the wall? I noticed the buttons are on the wall. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Your buttons are on the place on the wall and not on top of the toilet? I've never seen anything like that, guys. This is new to me, I swear. I've never seen anything like that. Interesting. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I noticed the toilet is there and I don't see it. So, because when she said 2 button, I'm like, okay, so where's the button on top of the toilet? I don't see anything. I just see it on the walls. Okay.
That British toilets in general just do a better job of flushing.
Oh.
In the US, a lot of our toilets just aren't very good, which means they get clogged a lot, which means they often need to have plungers used on them. So in an American bathroom, you are more likely to see a plunger located near the toilet than what you see in Britain, which is toilet brushes. Pretty much every bathroom you go in Britain has a toilet brush next to the toilet.
What?
More later about why that's the case. But it is convenient to have a toilet brush located next to every toilet to keep it looking cleaner. Another thing I like about...
Okay, so you don't have plungers like we do. Okay, that's a shocker right there. I'm like, shocker is overused, but okay, interesting. You only have a brush. So that means your bathroom don't get clogged as easily as ours do. Okay. All right.
About British bathrooms is that often there are automatic fans attached with the light switches so that when you turn the light on, the fan automatically always goes on with it. And in a country where homes have issues with damp and mold, like our flat, for example, it's really good to have that automatic fan that always turns on to keep moisture from accumulating and mold happening in the bathrooms.
That makes sense.
Towel rails are another.
Yeah, because in the American bathroom, you have 2 different switches like she have there for the fans. The only way I see the other fans, guys, to be honest, is like if I go to a doctor's office or not even a supermarket and you use in the bathroom. It depends on the location. Business offices, if you're using their the public bathroom, then yes, you'll find it there. But apart from that, you literally have to turn the fan on in your home. And I don't see it where you can turn it on out in public.
Another thing I like about British bathrooms and pretty much never see in American ones. When getting out of the shower on a cold day, there's nothing better than grabbing your towel off a nice heated towel rail. And it also helps warm the room and dry your clothes as well. Multi-purpose. Another thing I have to say I like.
Hold up. I know I'm pausing. You have a heating rail inside your bathroom? Like, seriously? No. Let me say that again. Let me let it roll around in my head. I know I love the UK, but this is it, boy. You're telling me I step out of the shower and there's a heating rack or heating rail on the side where I can just pick up my towel and it's well warm going against my body? Shocker. That's what I'm talking about. That's the life. And that's normal in each home. Please let me know in the comment section if it is. Oh, pretty girl. What happened? Say hi, everybody. Say hi, everybody. Say hi, everybody. Say hi. You gotta look in the camera and say hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay.
About some of the public restrooms I've been in Britain is they can have some pretty funny signs. Let me show you some examples.
Okay.
First, I have to start with this public toilet from Scotland. It was set in a lovely area covered with pastures full of sheep and some people camping by the lake and quite a few motorcycle enthusiasts. We were glad to find a free toilet to use before our long drive back to Gloucestershire. Little did I know there would be so much reading involved in a visit to this restroom. First, there was a sign on the entrance telling you how grateful you should be to use these toilets and to leave the door shut to prevent animals nesting inside. Then there was a typical no smoking sign. But after that, it goes a bit over the top. There is a lengthy and emphatic sign about hovering and flushing with your feet. And then an even more emphatic and threatening sign explaining about how and what to flush. And then the same ideas are communicated in a carefully worded axiom and some pictures. Then, as we go to wash our hands, we are told how to do that as well. And finally, we have all the key points reiterated again in this lengthy verse. I shan't read the whole poem. You can pause the video if you'd like to do that. But I will point out that in true Scottish form, you are urged to not leave the cleaning person in bad fettle, or you will be peeing over a nettle. This
Love it. Love it. It's not. I like that. I really do. Because listen, they need to have stuff like this in the US. People need to hear that stuff because come on, people need. It's like the more they see it, I guess the more that they will follow through. I love it. I don't think it's over the top. I think it's pretty cool. Listen, man. You get to you look here. You'll use a nettle if you don't follow these rules. That's a good one.
Reminds me of the poem that the cleaning team from Hales Church posted near that door. Those were some of my favorite warning signs. Only in Britain, in the sign that tells you what to not put down the toilet, would they list tea bags. And first, even. Now let's talk about the way.
Well, I gotta say, here in the US, most toilets that you go into, public bathrooms, you will see the sign that do not flush. Teabag is teabag is out there, but you guys are known for drinking tea. But when it comes on to sanitary stuff, wipes, and baby stuff, they'll tell you it's written on the door. A matter of fact, each door that you go in, each bathroom stalls that you go into, it's there. So that to me is a common thing, but not to the extent of what she showed on the Scottish side. Let's continue.
Ways in which I think British and American bathrooms are just different. If you watch the video I did early in January of 2020, I showed our flat in England and lots of things about the flat that I think are examples of ways British and American homes are different. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it in the description below, so please check it out. But right now, I'm just going to focus on the bathroom things that I think are different. The first thing that's different, of course, is what we call this room. Now, in a house, it's generally the same. Bathroom is a bathroom. But for British people, it's only a bathroom if it has a bath, which is rather logical. Yeah. And I think we both say ladies or gents, but otherwise, it all seems to be different. In a house, a room with a toilet and sink only would be called a powder room or a half bath in the US. And in Britain, it would be called a cloakroom, which is a very funny and confusing term for Americans. And I think there's also other names that Britons use for powder rooms. Remind me what the other ones are. In general, Americans say restroom, washroom. More slang terms would be potty, or rude terms would be John or head. In Britain, people say toilet most of the time, which is just not what we say in the US.
No.
Also, you will find more archaic references to water closet, WC, conveniences, public conveniences, and more colloquially, loo, bog, and probably several more slang words I don't know yet. Feel free to tell me in the comments, just please don't be too vulgar. Honestly, my favorite British term is the one from medieval castles. Guardrobe. Here's a question for you, Britons. Do you guys say going to see a man about a horse? And who calls it privy? Is it Brits or Americans? I'm bilingual enough that sometimes I get confused because I can't remember which one's British or American. Power outlets are...
Love it. I ain't gonna lie. You guys, the loo. You're going to the loo. That one gets me every time. The loo. But I'm like, okay, that's that toilet. We say toilet in Jamaica, to be honest with you. That's how we say it, but then you can understand why. But here is mainly restroom. Yeah. And yeah. And that makes lots of sense when you think about it. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, there's no bathroom. Why is this called a bathroom? Yeah. So it makes sense. But I love the fact that you guys have so many different names. WC. Okay, let's continue.
A big deal. Of course, British bathrooms don't have power outlets for things like hair dryers in the bathroom because the electricity is at double the voltage and it's just dangerous. Whereas in the US, it's very common to have a hair dryer in a bathroom.
Yep.
So this can be good or it can be bad. In my home in Texas, for example, I don't have anywhere in my bedroom that I could dry my hair. So it's really very convenient in my huge bathroom next to the vanity to have an outlet to plug in my hair dryer. But of course, it's also dangerous because my hair dryer cord is always very close to the sink and even trails across the basin a lot of the time while I'm drying my hair. I'm sure this looks pretty dangerous to British people watching this video. Let me know if you find this alarming. Another thing that's just...
Okay, that is something because I did not know that until I watched a video the other day on Girl Gone London to find out that you guys don't have no outlet in the bathroom to plug in a hair dryer. I was like, what? Because that's the norm. That's what I'm used to. And it makes sense. The picture, what she shows the difference a while ago, I'm like, who wouldn't be scared with a car plugging so close to the water? Yeah. So that right there makes sense. And I'm like, what? How do you guys function without? But I get it. I really do.
Just different is light switches. In the UK, you're going to find your light switch on the outside of the room or a pull cord inside the room. More about that later. Whereas in the US, pretty much all the time, the light switch is going to be on the wall as you enter the bathroom.
Yep.
I don't think one way is better than the other. It's just different. Now for a little British.
Yep. The pull cord, not familiar, not a common thing here in the US. But as for the light switch, it's always on the inside, but yours is on the outside. And I still think it boils down to safety why you guys do that. Okay.
Innovation I encountered that I have not seen in the US. We were visiting a garden and I found this little restroom that had the sink located on top of the toilet tank. It was the strangest thing, but honestly, kind of innovative or innovative if you prefer, and admittedly rather space saving. Another thing that you see more often in Britain than in the US are vintage loos. You can certainly find an occasional old-fashioned toilet in the US, but they are definitely more common in Britain. Here I'm showing one that we saw in Scotland, which was actually a new renovation made to look like a vintage toilet. And then another one that we saw in Wales that actually was just a very old toilet. And lastly, from Northumberland, this was Chillingham Castle, which if you watch that video, And by the way, you really should, because that castle video from Northumberland was amazing. I'll link in the description. You may recall from that video that Chillingham has a Victorian toilet that was quite curious indeed. Now, for American innovation.
Okay. Okay. Guys, on top of the toilet, there's a sink. What? What? I've never seen anything like that before. That's pretty cool. I'm like, I've never seen, I'm trying to go through my brain. I'm like, I've never come across, that's innovation. There you have it. Make perfect use of the space that you have. Yeah.
Innovations. I haven't seen anything like this in Britain, but in the Dallas airport, they have a couple cool things. One is before you even enter the restroom, you can tell how many stalls are available inside. And if they're all occupied, where to get to the nearest restroom. Once you're inside the restroom, there are lights on the ceiling to tell you which stalls are vacant or occupied at a glance. Isn't that clever? Certainly better than peeking through all those door gaps. Now it's time to talk about the bad, the ways.
So I have never been into the Dallas airport, so I wouldn't have known that that's the case. So that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. You gotta give them a plus on that. So you can tell what is occupied instead of walking and peeping through them big hole, which is, to me, is very uncomfortable. Or I don't want anybody to peep on me while I'm sitting nope. So that's a plus right there. I think they need to add up more of that and still close the gap.
Is in which I think British bathrooms are worse than American bathrooms.
Okay.
One thing I'm not a fan of about British bathrooms, including some bathrooms I've seen in new homes, is impossibly small sinks. They're like the size of lavatory sinks on a train or a plane.
Oh.
It's very difficult to use them and wash your hands without getting water everywhere. Speaking of getting water everywhere, shower doors or walls is one thing that I've been obsessing about in my visits to Britain for the past 30 years. Having shower curtains is very typical in the US.
Yeah.
But it's not something I have seen many times in the UK. You can tell that I'm in a UK bathroom because of the towel rail on the wall here.
Yeah.
This is the hotel we stayed at in Wales, the Marriott St. Pierre in Chepstow. And they have a shower curtain, just like we'd see in the States. If you are British, do you have a shower curtain in your bathroom? Have you seen shower curtains many times? Is this one of the many things I've been wrong about on YouTube? Please let me know. These little...
So, hold on. You're telling me that you have them baby little sink? How you guys manage to wash your hand in that? Because that is small. Because a lot of people, when they wash their hands, they tend to go up on their arms. And that's not big enough. And then you guys don't really use shower curtain? Let me know in the comment section if that's true. So you just literally just have a sliding door, or what is it that you have? I'm like, okay, if you've not, I guess you just have doors then at your showers? I don't know. Interesting.
Halvesy doors just do not work for me. I remember the first time I took a shower in a bathtub that had a partition like this. I got water everywhere. I just washed my hair the way I normally do.
Oh.
But I'm a relatively tall person and I've got long hair that takes a lot of effort to wash. And I had nearly flooded the bathroom by the time I finished with that shower. Ever since then, I've tried all the techniques of pointing the shower head toward the wall, standing in the corner, trying not to move my arms very much. But honestly, it's just ridiculous. Why can't we have a full shower door or a shower curtain or something that keeps the water in if you're doing the shower above the tub situation of showering? Speaking about...
Okay, she just explained it. They have the door. What is that? Guys, my house would be flooded every day. Every day. Not just me, anybody. Guys, that ain't blocking no water in the way we behave when we... So how is you guys bathe then? Because this don't mean us... You just stand there, the soap up and just wash off. You just like straight. I don't get it. Because you gotta wash here, you gotta carry on, you gotta... You know, water splashing all over, and you guys don't get the floor right? Interesting.
Showers over tubs. The other weird shower thing is the number of bathrooms in Britain that just have a handheld shower with the tub, and it's not a stand-up shower, and there are no stand-up showers in the room. This is not something you would really see in the States. So tell me, Britons, do a lot of people shower sitting down in the tub? This is just a relatively foreign idea to us Americans. Speaking of things
not just foreign to Americans, that's foreign to Jamaicans as well. I've never bathed like that, in a sitting down like that. No, I have in a bath. No, huh? Yeah, I'm trying to wrap my mind around that one, guys. I am.
that are odd to Americans. Electric showers. This is a very odd concept to us Americans. The first time I saw this when visiting Ian's family 30 years ago, I remember saying to him, "What is that thing on the wall in the shower?" Now, the idea of having hot water quickly is nice. That part is better than a lot of American showers. And the idea of controlling the temperature very easily is also nice. But the fact that the water pressure on these units is absolutely abysmal, I've got a problem with. They often just kind of spit water on you. And so I find it really hard to shampoo my hair and rinse it properly. Please tell me your thoughts on electric showers. Another thing that
Electrical shower. Are you serious? I saw an image of this in one of Girls Gone London, and I'm like, what is that? Now that she explained, I'm like, huh? Nah, I couldn't. But how does that work, guys? If it's in the shower, but you silly guys don't have outlets in the... No. Okay. You guys got to explain this one to me in the comment section, please.
I referenced earlier is pull cords for light switches. I know this is not as common these days, but there are still lots of older British homes that have a pull cord string to turn the light on in the bathroom. According to an electrician who worked on our flat in England, I understand that these are actually not necessary anymore, but I still see them all the time in people's homes. And we have one in our own hall bath in Cheltenham. I don't like them because the string gets dirty, the string breaks, and sometimes they're hard for shorter people to reach. Another thing that...
So, like I said before, she said it earlier. I don't see anything wrong with the string, but I get what she's talking about, the cleanliness, keeping it clean. And I've seen string, but I normally use pull string for the chandelier or the ceiling fan, or to turn the light on the fan. Not necessarily just to turn on a light in the bathroom. So that's a new one.
That seems like a disadvantage to me is toilet tanks being inside the walls. As I referenced earlier, American toilets often have flushing problems. If it's not a clog that has to be plunged, it's frequently a problem with flushing apparatus inside the toilet tank. It's pretty easy to remove the lid on the top of the tank and adjust the levers inside. Yeah. But on a British toilet where the tank is buried inside the wall, I have no idea what you do. I'm just dreading the day I have to find out in our flat in England. So tell me, British people, is this a problem? Or am I just paranoid?
You don't have no tank on your toilet? Shocker! Wow. Okay. There's no tank on your toilet. It's built in the wall. So yeah, what do you do if anything goes wrong? Nothing? Okay, now, interesting.
British toilets have very low water levels. And that low water level makes for messier toilet bowls. I don't want to get into a graphic discussion of poop on my family-friendly YouTube channel, but let's just say a higher water level keeps the toilet bowl tidier without having to use those bog brushes that are sitting next to the toilets in all those British homes. And finally, I'm talking about the thing that most Americans complain about in reference to British.
Okay, now I get when she talked about earlier when she said there's no plunger inside there, it's mainly the brushes. So you guys don't have a lot of water in your toilet, so it tend to be Just don't want to think about it, huh? Yeah. Want to be, nah. But I get why the difference now. But not only that, but you guys have a better flush too. So maybe you don't even have to use the brush as often. Huh.
Bathrooms, I have to admit I hate separate taps. And before I get 97 irate comments telling me to stop being an American idiot and just put the plug in the sink and mix the hot and cold water in the basin, let me just say, no, I'm not doing it. In some nasty public restroom, I am not mixing up a bunch of soapy water in a dirty sink to wash my hands. I'd rather freeze my hands off in the icy water or scald my skin in the boiling water. And don't get me started on washing my face. When I have soap suds all over my eyes that are tightly shut, I am not fiddling with soapy water in a sink basin. I would like to have clear water to thoroughly rinse my face. So I just think the separate tap thing is an issue.
So when you have two taps like this and you're washing your hands, what you have to do, it's nice when the two taps are kind of close together like this, because then you can do the shuffle back and forth. Ice cold water, boiling hot water, ice cold water, boiling hot. And if you do it fast enough, you kind of mix together.
Thanks for watching this silly video. Please give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you're so inclined, and let me hear from you in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and do something good in the world today. I am not exaggerating.
I'm not gonna lie. Very good video. The end of that with her going back and forth between like me right now, going back and forth between these sun blades that are in my face. But yes. No, I am not putting the thing, plugging the and turning on the coal and the water in a dirty. Oh, just the thought of it. No, that's a no-go. That's a definitely no-go. But I'm like, whoo boy, that is something. And no, not gonna try washing my face and try to navigate to get the water cold. And I'm like, okay, how you going to merge them together? And I saw what she did was going back and forth between the two. But yeah, the loo, it's a lot of differences between the two. And you know what? Like when you think about it, over a period of time, you get used to where you are. Somebody else get used to where they're living. So, and I can see the downs on the one in the UK, and I can see the downs on the one in the US. So when you think about it, to each his own. You love some, you don't. It is what it is. But you guys have a lot of pluses. I gotta be honest with you. You guys have more pluses than with your bathrooms than US bathroom. British bathrooms, to me, is a step up from the American bathroom based on how it is built, operated. It just, to me, the low line in the water, no, it's a no-go in my book. But a better flush, you don't even have tanks. That to me was like, what? And your electrical shower, I'm like, huh? And your half door, those kind of got me off. I didn't see those coming. And that little teeny tiny base face where you can wash, I'm like, oh. And the two top, nah. But apart from that, yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out on this video with me, guys. I learned a lot today because you don't know, this is my home away from home, the UK, and making these videos. I can't wait to visit. I can't wait to reach there and experience all of this for myself. It's the island girl that I'm running out of here. Like I said, the link for her video will be in the description below. Go over and show her some love. Not only that, wrap back, relax, continue to enjoy your lives. Be good, be kind, love each other. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll definitely catch you guys in another video. Love you guys. Bye.